Hey, welcome back. Headgear Garage. As I said yesterday when I let off with the weather, I didn't do a lot of recording, so I just kind of hammered away on things. So yeah, we got some updates. Let's take a look at what we got. So I got it back together. And it is ready for some paint. Probably should have waited on the wiring, but we'll work around that. Not a big deal. So we got her back together, ready for some paint. As I said, I should have probably waited on the wiring, but we're going to work around that. It's not a big thing. We'll figure that out. Did get it straightened out pretty decent. As you can see, this one was really mangled up, like we couldn't even get the filter out of it without just ripping the filter apart. I think I got her straightened up enough now that I should be able to get filter in there. I might have to tap it in a little bit later just to keep the filter snug, but we'll see. We'll see when we try it. The next biggest thing I did was, when I got it, one of the grates, and let me see if I can, let me get a light here, put it in there for us. One of the grates had come loose. This grate right here, the second one in from the back, the pin on the bottom has a pin that goes this way, and the grate goes down and has a loop on it, a hook on it. It had come off of that hook. So I took out all four of the last four grates, and you can see down here a little better maybe. Kind of see the pins that go out through there. Let's see if we get back there closer. Yeah, you can see how the pins kind of come through there. I took them apart right here at the bolt. Right there at that bolt, I took it apart. I was able to lift those last four grates out, all the way out of the furnace, reassemble it, and then put them back in. And in doing that, I found some of the pins were kind of bent and mangled up, so we straightened them out a little bit. Still got a pretty good drop off right here. I'm gonna see if I can't figure out a way to maybe just unbolt that real quick. I don't know, we'll see. Yeah, I can unbolt that. Take that off of there and try to flatten that up. And then the other thing I've noticed it is missing is there should be a steel smoke curtain hanging right in here that hooks on some hooks up here. Just hangs down, so when you open the door up to feed it, it helps reduce, if there's excess smoke in there, it helps reduce it from shooting out the front of the stove while you're loading it. I got a piece of steel up here. I just got to grab some links, weld onto it so they land on, I can just drop it on those hooks then, and that'll be ready. And then I got new fire brick coming today, so as you can see, it's all needing replaced. So we'll get in there and get that all replaced. Then it'll be time to kind of get her moved into place. Well, painting, after painting, get her moved into place. And I got to run some wiring over for it for power. Just one single 120 volt line. We'll do that. It's got to come the whole way from the panel, which is over in the far corner of the garage. I don't know if we'll be able to zoom in here enough. See it over there just above the above and left of the boom on the tractor. Panel's there, so I'll go up, come across the ceiling here, bring her down, and mount her on the wall back here somewhere. And let's get this thing masked off so we can put a little paint on it. I wanted to originally go back to the same color scheme, black on the front and the back. This red, I was unable to find red in a high temp paint. So it's going all flat black. take that off before we... We're going to take off this damper flap that's on the heater box fan. So we're going to take it off so we can flatten it. It's got a pretty good bend to it. Just pop rivet it on. Pretty well bent up. Let's take it over here and get her straightened out. Alright. That'll work. I'll pull this shelf off real quick. Give me a little better access, see what I got going on here. Get her apart. All right, let's see if we can get that. Should be fine. All right, see if we can get a pop rivet the right size. You're a mailman. Means fire brick's gonna be here shortly. Oh boy. I don't have pop rivets that big. Let's see. These work. Call that a win. bit here, mask off these last two areas, and then we'll start throwing some paint at her. A bit taped up. Go to that paint I keep promising. Wipe her down here, and then we'll start the painting process. I will probably paint without the camera running so I don't get overspray all over it. I'll bring you back and see the final product. It is painted. I don't think it looks too bad. Still drying a little bit now. It's supposed to be flat all the way around, but for some reason, two of the cans I got that were flat ended up being gloss. I'm not sure. It doesn't matter. Looks good for what it is. Looks really good from a distance. Up close, we got some track stars on here. They're running for glory. But hey, I'm definitely no painter, so the fact that it's stuck to the thing makes me happy. All right, our next step is going to be clearing out where it's going and getting some power run over. So where it's going is generally, right there in that mess. So everything there's got to go. The air compressor will move up to the front of the shop. I'll rerun the wire. I'm going to leave that plug actually. I'm just going to move it from that location over to above the workbench here, or above the toolbox, right in that range area somewhere, because I also use it for my plasma cutter. So that once I get it moved, I will move it probably up there where the ladders are. I'm going to take all these ladders and move them to the outbuilding. Get them stored out of the way. I don't use them for much of anything now. Once I get that moved up there, then I'm going to replumb airline back to here, to where the lift is here. Somewhere on this wall, probably pretty close to right behind that far lift upright. And then I'll put it on, put another hose reel in like this one. Put that hose reel up there beside where I put the compressor. But for now, we're just going to let this thing sit overnight, completely cure out. And we're going to get busting on it first thing in the morning. We'll get all of this stuff moved out of here. I'll pull that piece of OSB off the wall, figure out where the pipe is going to go through the wall, and then I'm going to have to put some support in for, well, maybe not supports, but figure out where the flue is going to go through the wall, and then where I'm going to mount the brackets on the outside to go all the way up to the eave. But for today, that is it for me. I'm ready for a break. It's been a long day. So we will pick up again tomorrow. For me, that's going to be a long night. For you, that'll be a couple seconds. Thanks. Hey everyone, welcome back. We got some updates on the furnace restoration and install. Let me show you where we're at. So went through, got the new fire brick in. As you can see, kind of see. Stuff in the back I didn't replace. It was in, it's got a crack in it, but I was able to fix and fill that. So then we did I still don't have the flue. It's coming hopefully today, so I can work on getting it installed over the next couple days. I have to go through the wall right here, and then all the way up and over the roof. So a little over 18 feet worth of flue pipe that I'll be doing out the back of the shop here. But we went through yesterday and did a test run on the system to see how it worked. And that's when we found that this is broken. As you can see, as it heats up, it turns. And what that does is, as it's cold, it kicks on this blower to help the fire stoke. And as it reaches temp, as it spins, this element heats up. And as it'll turn, and that'll spin this around. And as it reaches a certain temp, it'll shut down that blower up front. But that's when it'll also notify it to kick on the blower back here for the fan to put the heat out up here. Well, before I got this, the guy I got it from said that at some point there, either when they were taking it out of the old building it was in, or when he was setting it down in his shop to store it, it got dumped over onto its side. And what had happened was the switch in here, there's a little tab that was supposed to be sticking up here, hooked to this little spring, and I don't know if you can see this spring down in here or not, but there's a spring down in there that was hooked to that, and as this spins, it pulls that and engages that fan down here. Well, because it's broken, that fan for the blower stays on all the time. So I ordered a new one. It will be here tomorrow. We'll get that installed. Hopefully we'll be working on the flue then as well. And then we can have this thing up and running, hopefully by the end of next week. Again, it's important to note that this is just me doing this myself. I have never installed one of these before. I'm learning as I go. Thanks to fellow YouTubers out there, I'm learning a lot along the way. I'm sure I've not done everything the way it's supposed to be done, but I've done everything to the best of my ability to make sure it is safe and secure. We won't burn down the shop or risk anybody's lives. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned. Hey everybody, welcome back to Headgear Garage. Got a little bit of an update for you. The furnace is in. I kind of leaped forward on it, didn't finish all the filming on it. I had to get it done. We have a function coming in or going on Saturday this week that I wanted to make sure I had heat for. So I just kind of jumped in full bore, knocked it out, had some help come out, give me a hand with everything. We got it moved over here, we got it into place, got it wired up, got it flue hooked all up. It's 70 degrees today, but we actually did fire it just to make sure everything was working right. As you can see, the fire's pretty much out now, but it worked flawlessly. Let me take you out around back here, we'll show you the flue. So let's take a little walk. All the way up. clears the roof mass by a little over 2 feet, almost 3 feet. It's clearing that. And as I said, don't mind my little prop rod there that was put in temporarily. I'm actually, because I don't have any supports in the wall right here in this area for this bracket, I put it on this way instead of the other way. Not sure which way would have been better, but I put it on that way just because it gave me an opportunity. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring support up to here and then down and anchor it in on my concrete on both sides. And then I'll put a crossbar across like a square. So I'll tie it all in so I get plenty of support here to never have to worry about this ripping out of the wall or overloading. As I said, I built brackets here at every support beam to hold my flue pipe. Did that 3 different times. I was going to put one up at the top, pass some bracing up there, but once I put it in, I couldn't budge it up there on the ladder. I tried rocking it and moving it, so I'm pretty sure it's going to be fine. If I come back later and find it's a little off, I'll go ahead and change it up. But I'm ecstatic. First time having a heated shop area, and the flue worked great. As soon as we fired it up, it started drawing the smoke right out the top. No issues at all. So, but I got her up, got her in. On to the next project. Hey, thanks for watching. If you like what you see, please smash that like button and hit that subscribe button. Thanks. Hope to see you on the next one.